All right.
Hello, everybody.
Good afternoon, podcasters.
Yes, it's Brittany Cartwright and Jax Taylor when reality hits. Thanks for tuning in.
We're back.
Woohoo.
Lots to talk about today. First of all, I just want to really quickly talk about this popcorn incident, just because we kind of been hearing tons.
I think they're calling it the popcorn pickup backlash.
I don't understand why this is making news.
For those of you who don't know what's going on,
There was 2 kids on the plane. A stewardess, flight attendant, I'm not sure what you say, gave these kids some popcorn to eat. Popcorn then got on the floor. The mother, which was Jesse Decker's sister or sister-in-law.
Sister Sydney, yes.
Sister Sydney. She is very pregnant. She is high risk. And she was told by the flight attendant to pick up the popcorn after your kids.
Yes.
I think she was told aggressively. Again, you got to remember, we are hearing way down the line. Okay, we are not hearing this from the source, so we're just hearing this just like everybody else. But my take on this is from both angles. There is a shortage of flight attendants right now. There's a huge shortage. I know that just from traveling. I know sometimes flights have quick turnarounds. I'm looking at it as like, okay, maybe she's asking, could you mind cleaning up after yourself? We have a quick turnaround. We don't have a lot of staff. Would you mind cleaning up after yourself? I also come from a thing that now that I'm a parent, you are responsible for your kids, I think, to an extent. Also, we don't know was the flight attendant rude?
Yeah.
We have experienced
Because they said that she was crying, having to pick up the pop, like really upset. So I wonder if it was like a rude
Well, she was
thing
also
between
using
them, or
big words like humiliated. She was crying.
humiliated is not a big word.
Humiliated is a big word when you're like, humiliation to me is like something a lot bigger. Picking up popcorn is not, I wouldn't be humiliated.
Yeah, so that's why I wonder, like, what was actually said.
Right. We
But
don't know
also,
the story.
like, after watching the video or seeing the photos, the popcorn was not that bad. Like, yes, I'm going to pick up after Cruz if he's making a mess. Of course, every parent is going to pick up after their kids if they're making a mess. And she
Right.
probably would have, too.
Right.
But whenever I saw the photos, I was like, there was like
And why-
15 pieces of popcorn.
And they said nobody else was helping. Everybody was just staring? Why didn't anybody just get up and
I
help
don't
her
know,
out?
but honestly, I don't understand why it became such news is the thing to me. Yeah, maybe she didn't pick up the popcorn, whatever, but is it really that big of a deal? Like,
No,
why does
it's
everybody
not.
care so much?
Is it like
Because none of us were there. We don't know if the flight attendant was mean. We don't know if they were mean. We don't know what
Yeah.
was going on. But all I know is there was a little 2-year-old little kid who was eating popcorn and it fell on the floor.
and if they were worried about a mess, why are they handing out popcorn to kids?
True. I mean, it's
That's
such a stupid headline to me.
It's bizarre. But like I said, if you're trying to play both angles, as a parent, yeah, you are responsible for your kids. But again, we weren't there. Was the flight attendant being rude?
Oh my gosh, this has just brought back so many memories. Do you remember that time we were going to meet Lala in Miami? I was in the bathroom. She knocked on the bathroom door and I was like, I'll be 1 second. And then I came out like 2 minutes later or something. And she was just like so rude to me and was just like so weird about it. Like I took a long time or something in the airport bathroom. This is like in the first class area.
Right.
And then we go out to where we're let off the plane. We're walking out and she like taps me in my back and like tries to like almost like push me a little bit. And this girl had taken gum out of her mouth and put it in my hair.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes, whenever we were on the way to Miami, I think. We were meeting Lala. So she like took gum and like put it on my hair and I was like, I couldn't believe it. I went later on and I like felt my hair. We didn't even have like a fight between us or anything. She literally just got mad because she was knocking on the door and I said, I'll be there in just a second, and then put gum in my hair. Like who does that?
I remember that. You were so mad.
I was that, and I posted about that too, and I was like,
I know you were.
But like, so I get it why people get upset about certain things, but it's like
You don't know if you're catching people on the wrong day or the bad day or whatever.
And I wouldn't, like, whenever I look back now, I'm like, why did I even post about that? But at the same time, it's like I was so mad at the moment because I was like, where did this come from? Why did she just like push me and put gum in my hair out of nowhere?
People on planes, they develop like this.
People are mean on planes.
Gosh, do you remember what happened to me last time I was on a plane? I was changing the diaper in the whatever. We were, again, dropping that we're in first class. We were in the first class going to the bathroom, and she was changing Cruz. I wrapped up the diaper. It was, how you wrap it up to make it nice tight like a ball when you're done. And I sat it next to the trash as I was changing him, I left the bathroom, went 2 seats, but I forgot to put the diaper in the trash.
You have to put the diaper in the trash.
I know that, but agreed.
And you have to lift up the board that the baby, the baby board comes down so you can change their diapers. You have to put that back too.
Brittany,
that drives some people don't do that.
I'm a professional diaper changer. We make jokes about this, how quick and fast and just how good I am. I made the mistake. It's easy that I just didn't put the diaper in the trash. It was rolled up. It was rolled up in
Where was the diaper?
Right next to the trash. I just sat it there to put the wipes back in my pocket.
This is what you do at home, so it makes sense.
But it was an accident. My point of the story is this guy got so mad. He was telling on me. Could have just said, hey, you forgot to put the diaper in. I would have been like, oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. I apologize. But he went and told on me. They did a huge big deal. I'm just like, sir, come on. I mean, yeah. And this guy was
let the baby board down too, though.
I did not leave the baby board on. You're supposed to be on my side for this?
I am on your side, but come on, just put it in the trash can. That would annoy me too. But to come out and say something, just put it in the trash can yourself. It doesn't matter. It's wrapped up. But some people are weirded out and don't want to touch that stuff too.
I get it.
You see me looking at all the sides of everything.
Jeez, I was just trying to. You're right, but you're right. The way he handled it, I would just have said, hey, sir, just let you know you left your diaper hanging out.
And then Jax makes a point to go up and be like, I'm sorry I left that diaper out.
I did. I went and told him, I'm so sorry. I apologize because I didn't want to offend anybody.
At the end of the day, everybody just needs to be nicer to everyone
and pipe down. You're traveling with kids already. Everyone's already stressed as it is. You see the people traveling with kids.
I feel like.
Jax, I want you to go on the record saying that if you entered a diaper changing competition, that you would crush the competition.
Yeah. Oh, this is known that I am the fastest diaper changer west of the Mississippi. I am fast. I'm good. I'm thorough. I'm clean. I'm in and I'm out in minutes. That's just what I'm known as. Fastest diaper changer west of the Mississippi.
West of the Mississippi. I love it.
Today's episode is sponsored by Care Of.
Care Of is a subscription service that ships high-quality personalized vitamins and supplements and powders conveniently to your door every month. Care Of recognizes everyday wellness is different for everyone, and they want to make it easy for you. You literally go online for Care Of, and you do this quiz, answer everything that you need to know about your health and your wellness and what you're trying to do, what you're trying to make better. Whenever I was pregnant, I was using Care Of for multivitamins.
I was just going to say,
pregnancy.
You use this.
And even whenever I was trying to get pregnant, I was using their vitamins. So They are absolutely amazing. They're personalized to you. The packets even have your name on them. I just love it. For 50% off of your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code RealityHits50. That's 50% off of your first order for Care Of. That is absolutely amazing.
And like I said, you've been using this for a while and you love it.
Yeah, I love it. You can take a short, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals for a personalized doctor-backed recommendation, taking the guesswork out of what supplements are best suited for you.
So Care of Daily's vitamin packs are made with plant-based compostable film to help limit the impact of without compromising on the quality and safety of their products. The individual daily packs are so convenient for travel. Just toss a couple in your bag and your purse and you're set to go.
Yeah, take them on the plane, take them wherever you want. It's amazing. Each shipment comes with a customized pamphlet showing you exactly what is in your individual daily packs and why it's recommended specifically for you and your health goals. Again, for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter the code RealityHits50. You'll love them.
What's next, Brittany? What are we talking about next?
Well, I was wanting to get into date nights because now we have our babysitter that we've talked about. We finally have somebody we trust. So we need to start going on way more date nights.
Yeah, definitely. We have to go on more date nights. What are your thoughts on that? So what do you think? What we definitely do. I think we have talked about past our relationship and our romantic life has taken a little bit of a back seat because of having a baby, and you kind of just forget sometimes, your life is it's changed. You're a parent now. So he comes first and we forget about us sometimes, which I was talking to some other people about this, and we're definitely not the only ones that this happens to. The key is here to recognize that this is happening and fix it. We kind of have to start, I don't want to say start over again, but we kind of have to go find that what's the word? We have to find that romance again. Is that romance or that?
Well, I told you about romance last week. So
I know, but we have to
you should have
find.
stepped it up during this week.
Oh,
So I could have bragged about you.
By the way, I did put the reservations in for Moon Shadows yesterday on my own without anybody telling me.
Wow.
That's right. Reservations for Moon Shadows on Mother's Day.
Yes.
Your favorite restaurant.
Yeah, I do
okay.
love Moon
Give me a little bit of props. All right.
One thing, I'm proud of you though.
So date night. So yeah, we are starting to go on date nights again. We are back out in that world of enjoying each other's company more because, like I said, it's taking a little bit of a backseat. But I have talked to a lot of people about this. In fact, some other moms too, just saying, we all go through it. It's not something that like, gosh, are we the only ones? Definitely not. So I don't feel that bad because other people are going through it, but we need to step up our game in that department a little bit for sure. First of all, let me
plan me a really nice date night.
I should say not we. I need to take the initiative on that because that's,
there you go.
Yeah, that's definitely my department. So I'm working on it. We're finally comfortable with our babysitter now too, where it's like, okay, I can take some, we could go to the next step and stay out a little bit later or,
Well, something that we have never done together. I mean, we've been to like karaoke bars and stuff together, but we never like participate, I don't feel like. That gets you out of your comfort zone. It makes you feel different. In LA, it is so intimidating to try to do something like that.
Doing karaoke in LA is not the same as doing karaoke anywhere else in the world because this is LA. Everybody thinks it's a freaking talent show here. So whether you go to, Barney's Beanery, we go to, or Belmont or whatever, you're getting like ex-American Idol stars. You're getting all the talent shows. These are all like the ones that got like second, third, fourth, fifth place, which is far better than anybody else.
And then if I go out there, I want to do like a rap song or like a Thrill
I want to sound silly, like
something like that. Like
I want to sound bad. I want to sound out of tone. I want to sound like terrible because that's what karaoke is. It's about being terrible. But I feel like nobody in LA is terrible.
Yeah.
And so maybe we should just host karaoke nights at our house.
Well, if it's at my house, I am 100% all in on karaoke nights. Like I sing with my friends. We sing all the Disney songs. We go through like Encanto, Moana. We do all, like, it's so funny though. The kids are asleep, but we're sitting there singing all of the Disney songs at the top of our lungs. And we listen to it all day long, but still, it's just those songs that are so catchy. I love that stuff. I love like doing like the Nicki Minaj.
You do. You do know every
Lil Wayne
song.
People I am country as heck. I know that, but I love me some Lil Wayne. Some Ludacris.
For all those listeners out there, she knows literally every word to every song, but she cannot find her way to the grocery store
Nicki
for the
Minaj.
life of her. We literally live down the street from the grocery store, and she has to put it on
Cardi B.
MapQuest.
Oh yeah, I have to. That's another thing. I am terrible with directions. Can't go anywhere, but I can remember all the lyrics to everything. One time though, I will say this was a terrifying karaoke moment. It's funny when we look back at it, but Sheena came to Kentucky with me one time. You weren't with us. Sheena came to Kentucky with me one time, and we went to a karaoke bar, and me and Sheena and like a group of our friends, we all go on stage, and we're like, as a group, going to sing City High, What Would You Do? So we're on stage and like, everybody's that song, but we're on stage and we're singing it with people watching us, and we're like, oh my God, these lyrics are so sad. It's so sad. So like one by one, we just like peeled off the stage.
You're not supposed to sing songs like that. You're supposed to sing like Toto,
but it's
Africa.
Like such a catchy
You're supposed
song.
to sing like Journey.
It's such a catchy song. So many people from like our time group, I guess mine, love that song, and I still love it. Like Carmel, City High, What Would You Do? Like, what would you do?
Yeah, no, I know the song.
I can't say, but still. But whenever you're singing it with eyes on you, you like really notice what the lyrics are saying. You're like, oh my gosh. So it was just a funny moment because we all just like coming off the stage like one at a time.
So thoughts on
in front of everyone.
So back to our original story. Maybe we should start hosting a karaoke night at our house. But then again, our friends are good singers too. Sheena's a good singer. Lala's a good singer.
We're trying to go out on date nights, not stay in.
I know. I feel like our house is just kind of like the spot where people go,
No, but we need to actually like go and do more things again.
Right. Oh, by the way, so we did the Lady Gang podcast the other day. We had such a great time.
Yeah.
They're so much fun, and they're freaking professional podcasters.
Yeah.
They were, giving us some pointers, some tricks of the trade, but they were just really, really just fun and just easy to talk to. What did you get out of that, Brittany? We really enjoyed it. We kind of wanted to stay on longer, actually.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. They were so easy to talk to. I love that they got into like you changing and things like that, like what like actually made you?
Are you asking me this question?
I mean, you can if you want to.
No, I mean,
but like what they were like getting into, like what are the things that like you noticed that like helped you become a man, as they were saying.
Well, I think they started
also said
out
that Jax was the only hot one on Vanderpump Rules. So
I believe they used the word.
That.
That's not what they said. They said fuckable.
Oh,
They said you were the only one on the show, right? Am I saying this right?
yeah.
Yeah. So just not to make sure I can get out of here with my head fitting through the doors, as they said, as you said yesterday. But they're such cool ladies.
Yeah, we talked a lot about how you were on the show and how you have like grown up and became a man now is what they were saying. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting because you definitely have changed a lot and you've been through a lot. So what do you think exactly like sparks those changes in somebody like you?
Somebody like me. I got to say, listen, I've always been, I felt like I've always been a good person. I was raised by two great parents. I feel like I lost a lot of that when I moved to LA. I kind of moved out here to do the acting, modeling thing. And I think I just lost my way, when I was living here or when I first got here. It's just one of those cities where I just wanted to have a lot of fun. I didn't really care, too much about anything. And then obviously getting on the show, well, that changed a lot of things too, because now all of a sudden you got thrown a bunch of money. You pretty much can do whatever you want to do. And, I felt like I kind of pigeonholed myself into being the villain, quote unquote villain of the show. And, I guess that's kind of what everybody wanted. So I kind of just didn't care what I did. I just had fun. I didn't care about the consequences. I didn't care about who I hurt, or I was just a very selfish individual. And I think what changed me was definitely meeting you, of course.
Aww.
And, and I think when I hit the bottom of the barrel is when I lost my father. I think that's when things went really, really downhill for me. And I think it could have gotten really bad if you weren't around to help me with that. So, obviously, thank you so much. I love you very much.
Love you.
And like I said, if it wasn't for you, I honestly don't know where I would be right now. So, definitely meeting you and having our family and having our son, it's just made me want to be just the person that I know that I used to be. So, like I said, it's always been there. I kind of lost my way, which people do. People lose their way all the time. But you just, sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to find out, okay, wait a minute, I need to fix myself here. This is not right. And I hate to say this, but I think, the silver lining of losing my father, helped me want to be a better person too. Like it was like just a really big kick in the ass wake up moment.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I needed that. I needed that at that time. And it did just happen overnight. Everybody talks, well, I'm going to change. I worked my ass off changing, and I'm still working hard every day. I still catch myself doing little old things that I used to do, and I have to really work hard at it. Mm-hmm. Some people have to work really hard at it. That's just the way it is. And that's really what happened to me. I'm meeting you and starting my family, and just, it's so nice just to get up in the morning with like less weight on my shoulders. Being that asshole that I was on the show for so long, I knew what I was doing, and it just sucked. It just sucked. But that's what I thought the people wanted. That's what I thought, okay, to keep myself on this show, what I got to keep doing. Not justifying it by any means, but it just came really easy to me. There was nobody saying no. It
did come very easy to you.
It did. And like once you keep doing it, and like that's what people expect, and that's what people are like, wow, bad boy Jax, what is he going to get into now? Like that's...
I mean, I've always been attracted to the bad boys, so maybe I have this thing where I like want to help people. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I like I said, I just needed to break it. And like I said, between you and losing my father, it just snapped. It was a wake up moment. And, and it's just, I feel like I'm in a really, really good place right now. Like a really good place. Obviously, not perfect by any means, but I'm just in a lot better place than I've been in the last decade of my life. So,
oh, well, that makes me happy.
And I owe it all to my beautiful wife, Brittany.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we talked about a lot, and I just I love where I am.
Oh, well, that makes me so happy. You definitely changed a lot, and you're an amazing father, and I'm so happy to do all this parenting stuff with you. You drive me crazy sometimes, but I love you. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things.
BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. BetterHelp could have been really useful for you back in the day whenever you were trying to find a bunch of therapists.
I know.
that you were going through. You had your issues, but maybe now, I mean, you're always trying to better yourself. I'm always trying to better myself. We could always do like marriage counseling, couples therapy. I'm about to look on BetterHelp for all this.
I could have really used BetterHelp seasons 1 through 7.
Yeah, for sure. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try.
It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable for your schedule.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire and match with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Thank God there's no additional charge.
Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/realityhits today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/realityhits.
Hey everyone, it's Heather Dubrow. Well, after 7 years and hundreds of episodes, I thought it was time to give the podcast a little facelift. We are now Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow. Same old me, but with a new spin. We'll have candid, fun, insightful conversations with my friends and experts to help you live your best life. And yes, I will continue to pull back the curtain on what's going on in my world. So get new episodes of Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, this question's coming out of left field. Heather Agelli wants to know, does Jax color his mustache?
Does Jax color? First of all, I don't color anything because we've had this question. Somebody else asked this question. Do I dye? Actually, Andy Cohen asked me if I dyed my hair.
Yeah,
I don't dye anything. And Brittany's right here. She wakes up with me. She goes to bed with me.
You got a couple of white whiskers.
Yeah,
in there.
I got a lot. I got the grays coming in. The grays coming in heavy. It's starting to come now. I mean, I'm 43 years old. It's starting to hit a little bit more of my facial hair than my actual hair on my head, but it's coming. But to answer your question, no, I do not dye anything.
Do you dye your mustache?
Do I dye my mustache? Maybe I should, or what do you think? Do you like the salt and pepper look?
No, yeah. I mean, you got like 3 little peppery strands. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
But even so, just keep it salt and pepper, Silver Fox.
I don't even know who to dye. I would be so embarrassed to go get my mustache dyed. Like who?
You wouldn't go buy like a box of from like the store.
But you know how bad I am with stuff.
You would probably actually what I could see you doing is going and taking my mascara and going like brushing your mustache with my mascara.
I used to do that to my eyebrows when the lady at the eyebrow would take too much off the eyebrows.
Oh no!
I would take your mascara brush and I would fill them in a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes when you get your eyebrows done, it's like whoa.
I know,
a little too.
I know. Sometimes they get a little extreme.
Yeah,
if you could
too wax there.
If you could pick a color of the rainbow to dye your mustache, Jax, which would it be?
Oh gosh.
If I could pick a color of the rainbow to dye my mustache.
Yeah, there's no black or brown in the rainbow, buddy.
I know. White. Is white in the rainbow?
No.
I don't know. This is a terrible question.
Pick one.
I guess green?
Ew. Why?
Green
reminds you of like fungus. Why would you pick green?
What other color would I pick?
Like...
Don't say blue, orange, or yellow, because that's not happening.
Why?
Because
those are all better than green.
I don't want it.
Purple.
No, my favorite colors are dark colors.
Red. You look like you have a bloody nose.
There's no right answer to this question. I'm
you got to pick one. Color the rainbow.
All right, we'll go with red. We'll just go red.
Detroit Red Wings.
Right? Or
biggest fan.
They've always called me the villain, right? So I should have a red mustache, look like the devil, I guess.
Oh gosh. Curl at the sides.
I have a question for you. Do you think, this is just a random question, do you think now that we are mom and dad, do you think your views have changed as a parent? Do your views change on just everyday things, little things, big things? Do you think your views have changed from when you weren't a parent?
I mean, yeah, because I worry about Cruz's future, about like every little thing, whether it comes to social media, all this violence that's going on in the world.
Oh my God.
Just all of it. I mean, now you just like think about him over everything else.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I'm just, especially with all this that's going on, people going to the wrong doors and getting shot, people getting in the wrong cars and getting shot. Like, you know how many times I've gotten in the wrong Uber, or I've gotten in the wrong car and thought it was an Uber? Like, it's a scary time.
Yeah,
and like,
really scary.
And I don't think about you or I anymore. I think about our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have to go to school pretty soon. Like I'm petrified.
Yeah.
I'm petrified. I don't know about other parents out there and how they're feeling with the way the world is, and
it's a scary world right now.
And
for
questioning bringing in more children in the world. Like this is the stuff they have to go through.
But he needs like a sibling to go to school together.
I know he does need a sibling, but I just was wondering about like that. People were asking me this question too. Are your views a lot different? And I have to say, yeah, they are a lot different. And I don't care about myself anymore. I care about my son and whatever we can do to make sure that he's safe.
Yeah.
Especially, gosh, I hate to get into all this, the shootings and getting in the wrong car.
Yeah.
Showing up to someone's house by accident. Like, what is our world coming to?
Absolutely heartbreaking.
It's scary. I feel like we're going to go back into like the pandemic era where we don't leave our house again. Mm-hmm. Like I'm petrified.
We just have to teach Cruz to be a good guy.
I know.
Do all the right things.
You know what? I start going to church on Wednesdays, and I like even have to think in the back of my head, is it safe to go to church? Because there's no metal detectors at church.
Or school or
schools?
Anything. Anything that has a crowd is kind of scary these days, which is so sad. Concerts, we still need to live our lives and have fun. People just need to wake up.
Well, I think they're woken up. It's getting a little crazy.
Okay, so we will briefly go over this because I know everybody is wondering what we think. We've gotten so many questions about the Howie Mandel podcast that Tom Sandoval did, which...
We are still talking about Sandoval.
Yes, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just for a short second, because it was just so crazy. Like, I just can't believe that he did that podcast with somebody who didn't even really know what was going on. Love Howie Mandel. He's great, but like, he really didn't know what was going on and never seen Vanderpump Rules before. So I just don't know if that was the right place to go. He was like, had sympathy for him. He didn't realize, I don't think, what was actually happening.
I don't know who is making Tom Sandoval's decisions because Tom and I do share the same manager. And, I know that he hasn't been talking to him that much. He's kind of been doing his own thing. So I don't know who's telling him what to do. My thoughts on him doing Howie Mandel is his friend, the drummer in his band, is good friends with Howie Mandel. So I think that his drummer kind of had some say into this and said, hey, listen, why don't you do my good friend's podcast, Howie Mandel? But when I think of Howie Mandel, I think of Bobby's World. I don't know if you remember that cartoon. Okay, this is, again, probably before your time. But Howie Mandel had this cartoon called Bobby's World. And now, anyway, to break into the podcast, his daughter is the one that actually knew
what was
everything.
going on.
Howie Mandel had no idea about Vanderpump Rules. So which makes me think, like, why would you choose out of all... This is a really, really big scandal right now, right?
Yeah.
Probably the biggest we've had in a long time. I don't know why, but it is. So thinking like, okay, hey, listen, I'm going to do a podcast. I need people to hear my story. This would not be the route I would take. I would want to go to a podcast that, I don't know, maybe would have a little bit more understanding a little bit. Like, do you think, like, what do you think if you're going to do a podcast, would you do somebody who didn't know your show at all?
Yeah, like I think the daughter definitely knew what was going on, but he did not. So It was like, okay. We didn't listen to the whole thing, but one of the parts that did bother me was whenever Sandoval said that him and Ariana were just trying to keep the optics up, like meaning like to like make it like seem like their relationship was great, even though it like wasn't or whatever, which is just like so annoying that he would go publicly and say that on his first talk about all the stuff that's happened ever. He's going to go and say that about them whenever they were together for 10 years. And then said something like, you're not married, right? And that kind of bothered me too, because they weren't married, but they were still in an almost 10-year relationship. They lived together. They had a home together.
Right.
Like that stuff does not matter. That does not make an excuse.
I mean, if you ask me, you spend a decade with someone, you're married.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because you're not signing the piece of paper, but you're spending a decade of your life with somebody. But
that just shows you that how he just didn't know what was going on in the show. So it was just all crazy. I mean, whenever we were on the show, we shared everything about our relationship.
We were an open book.
Back, forward, completely open book. And there might have been some times we felt like Tom and Ariana were hiding things. Like if they would fight, they didn't really want to do it on camera, whatever. They had respect for each other, but still they were in love with each other. They were a home and a household.
Right.
Those just are not excuses to me. That's just absolutely ridiculous. And your first time going out and talking publicly, just say how sorry you are and how you can't believe that you hurt somebody's feelings like that.
Then he said, again, we didn't listen to the whole thing, but then he said, I love Ariana very much. Well, dude, if you loved her very much, this is not the way to do things. You can't, and again, he did not say sorry once. There was no apology. Where is the apology? He's still trying to play the victim. Like, well, we did this. You're not just saying, listen, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I made a freaking mistake. I should have done X, Y, and Z, but I didn't, and I screwed up. I'm a human being, yada, yada, and moved on. But he's still playing, well, this is why I did it, and justify, like trying to justify
One
it, which
other thing that
is so bizarre.
Yeah. One other thing that he said that we'll touch on, because one of my best friends is Jared Lipscomb. He was my makeup artist for a long time. He became one of my very best friends. And he is a cancer survivor. And he was really upset because on that podcast, he said something like, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And Tom was like, except for radiation. And that like just really was like rude and really hurt his, because he battled with cancer and he had to go through all of that. And like, your dad died from cancer.
My dad died of cancer. Everybody in this world.
A lot of people that go through that. So that was just something that he was so upset about. And, you know, that got taken into the headlines and stuff as well.
He said it season 3 when I was moving out of Stassi's apartment, and he said the same thing. He made the same exact joke season 3.
Yeah, like people say dumb things all the time, but like just and he did text Jared and like try to like not really apologize, but try to like be like, wasn't trying to upset you or whatever, but still like it hurt Jared's feelings so much. So I can only imagine like other people that it hurt. So what I'm trying to get to is like your first time you're coming out and saying that, not only are you not taking it up for all of your actions, you're also saying like bad jokes and different things like that are hurting people's feelings. So something's just,
everybody,
I don't know what's going on upstairs right now.
Everybody knows somebody with cancer. So I feel like a lot of people would take offense to this because that's just something you don't say. And he tried to crack like, oh, bad joke.
Yeah.
And then try to justify that joke.
Hopefully he noticed right away that was a really, really bad joke.
I need to know who is running his life right now. He is not, like, this is terrible.
You've been stewing about a health problem you have. You almost resort to texting your group chat to get your friends' opinions.
You're extremely unlikely to find quality medical advice in your group chat, even if you're the number one guy in the group. But you can find it from a doctor on ZocDoc.
Thousands of medical professionals on ZocDoc are there to help you. They listen like a friend and give you the expert care that you need.
ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun.
When you're not feeling your best and just trying to hold it together, finding great care shouldn't take up all of your energy.
Using ZocDoc's free app that millions of users rely on, you can find the right doctor that meets your needs and fits your schedule.
Book an appointment with a few taps in there and start feeling better faster with ZocDoc.
Go to ZocDoc.com/reality and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours.
That's ZocDoc.com/reality. ZocDoc.com/reality.
I'm Lola.
And I'm Megan.
And we're the hosts of Trust Me, Cults, Extreme Belief, and Manipulation. We both have childhood cult experiences, and we're here to debunk the myths about people who join them
and show that anyone can be manipulated.
Our past interviews include survivors and former members of the Manson family,
NXIVM,
MS-13, Teal Swan,
Heaven's Gate, Children of God,
and the Branch Davidians. Join us every week as we help you spot the red flags.
Get new episodes of Trust Me every Wednesday on Podcast One
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey team, Love Life 511 asks, can you share BTS of when Tom punched Jack and was it real?
Oh, wow. Well,
this is before I was on the show, right?
Is this the question to you or to me?
I wasn't around.
Oh, you wasn't there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that was real. That was very, very real.
Why did he punch you? What happened? I don't even know the story.
I mean, do you really want to know?
Yeah,
you
I
don't
want to
care,
know.
right? It's
I
the
don't
past.
care.
Okay, it's because
I'm with you for 8 years.
It's because I hooked up with Kristen.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess he didn't.
So he punched you in the face?
Yeah, yeah. And mind you, people keep saying, Jax, well, you cheated on Stassi. Never cheated on Stassi. Never cheated on her.
What? I've heard you had a million times.
On Stassi? No.
Yeah.
Never cheated on Stassi. No.
What about the whole Kristen thing?
I wasn't dating Stassi at the time.
Really?
Yeah, wasn't dating Stassi. Tom was dating Kristen, yes, but he was also cheating on her at the time, and I knew that. So that's kind of why I was like, well, I don't care.
Oh, no, but that's being a bad friend, too.
It is being a bad friend. Again, I'm not justifying any of this. I'm just telling you the facts.
Yeah.
I have nothing to lie about. I don't care.
It's already out there.
It's already all out there. But I wasn't dating Stas time that I hooked up with Kristen. I was staying with Tom. I was on the couch, as everybody knows. And Tom and Kristen at that time weren't even talking. They weren't even talking to each other. He was hooking up with other girls at this time. And that's another thing that he said on his podcast. He's like, he's never done this before. I'm going to make it very clear. He's done this many times. He just got caught this time. So anyway, to answer your question, did he punch me? Absolutely he did. Did it hurt? No. The only thing is he
did it feel like a little feather like,
Yeah. Well, no, he just caught me with it. He had a pinky ring on. And
of course.
he cut me with this thing, but no, it didn't hurt. I mean, he got me in the forehead. But yeah, so no, that was real. I mean, he was mad, I guess, and I did something stupid, and it is what it is. So yeah, to answer that question, yeah, that was very real. Next question.
Brittany, Natalie lately wants to know, is it awkward being friends with people who have slept with your husband?
I hate this question, but actually it's not really awkward for me. I don't even think about it. It all happened before I even knew them or even came to LA. So it's not something that really bothers me. It was kind of weird whenever I first moved here to know I was going to be around a bunch of people. But once I got to know them and they actually became my friends, I just didn't even think about it. I mean, it was years before I was even around, years and years and years, 6 years, 5, a long time. So I mean, me and my friends back home don't do that, but but here's a different story. So, I mean,
it is an interesting
It could be weird. It's very interesting, but I don't know. I got along with everybody. I don't know how else to put it.
I mean, it was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
I don't even remember.
And it wasn't like I was friends with the girls. I did not know anybody. I just came in clean slate. So I came into this group and they're around. So either I'm going to hang out with them or I'm not, And I ended up just everybody. So it was fun.
We were very adult about the situation. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It was that was the only thing on Vanderpump Rules that was the most mature adult thing that we've done. It's just not really, put a label on anything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, another question. These are fun. I like these questions.
Yeah.
Another one for Brittany here from Flower Child. Curious why you still go by your maiden name.
Oh, okay. So I just stuck with Cartwright because Jax goes by Jax Taylor. His name is Jason Couchy. And then our son is Cruz Couchy. So I just felt like it didn't make sense. If I just started going by Brittany Couchy because Jax doesn't go by it. But now that Cruz goes by Couchy, I've been thinking about doing Brittany Cartwright Couchy. But it's just strange because you don't go by Couchy.
Well, not only that, Brittany has built a brand. So before we were married, she's already built the brand before we were married. Yeah. So for her to change her name, I didn't really think it made sense because of the brand and all your, everything that you do. So everyone knows you as Brittany Cartwright. So it did make a big deal to me.
If it doesn't bother you, I don't think it should bother anybody.
No, it doesn't bother me.
And that's everybody's own preference. If you want to change your husband's last name, great. I always thought I would, but my life is so different now that it just doesn't really make sense. And especially if my husband isn't even going by his his legal last name, you know.
So and like I said, for me, I looked at it as a business thing because, like you said, everybody knows Brittany has Brittany Cartwright, and so no, it doesn't bother me. My son has my last name, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. And like I said, I can always do Brittany Cartwright Couchy to make it,
Yeah, if you want.
I have no problems with it at all. But it's just I'm just Brittany Cartwright. I'm me since birth, and that's always going to be me.
Cruz goes up, meets somebody, gets married. How you feel about him taking someone else's name?
Oh,
man.
I feel like he could do whatever he wants to do, just like I could do what I want to do.
Yeah,
you wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like it. No, I'm allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not going to go crazy about it. I'm not going to disown him or anything like that. I would say, hey, I wish you would choose our last name, our given last name. But again, I didn't grow up with. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't go the last 25 years of my life with my last name. So I can't really tell him to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if he chose to change it for one reason or another, I'd be okay with it. Obviously a little disappointed, but it's his decision.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom and dad weren't thrilled that I changed my last name. So,
Yeah. What did they? That's That's a good question. What did they do whenever they heard that you were like whenever you told them, "Hey, I'm going by Jax"? Did you like tell them I'm going by Jax Taylor now, or was it just kind of like my model name is Jax Taylor?
Yeah,
like how did you do that?
It started in Miami in 2000. No, I'm sorry, 2002. That's when I changed it. It was 2002, and I started modeling. There was a lot of Jasons with this
That's
agency.
over 21 years ago.
Yeah, so I've had this name for 21 years. So there was a lot of Jasons with my last name, and my last name is not easily pronounced. Trust me, that people butcher my last name all the time. My name is Jason Couchy. There's people would say Coochie or Crotchy or Cooch or Couch.
See, I don't like that.
See, exactly. So people would butcher it, right? And like when you're going to an audition, you need something that flows. Like, okay, and for one reason or another, I just took my mom's maiden name, which is Taylor, and I just took the S, replaced it with an X, and there you go.
Yeah, but how did you tell your parents, and what did your parents say? That's what I want to know. Yeah,
they weren't really thrilled about it. They were like, why? And in the beginning, it was just kind of like I only did it for modeling. I didn't really tell anybody else. But then all my friends started calling me Jax because we go to auditions together. So I didn't want to explain to everybody.
And you would meet new people and probably introduce yourself as Jax like you did
Jax.
to me.
Yeah, because we're going. Well, that was longer down the line. But in the beginning of changing my name, I only used it for modeling. So when I went on auditions, the only time I said Jax Taylor was during my auditions. But then I would run into friends at auditions, and then they would be like, "Who the hell's Jax? Who's Jay?" Like, so I just, you know what? Forget this. We're just going to go by Jax and just leave it at that. And that's how it all happened, because it was getting kind of confusing and silly. I mean, there's a lot of celebrities out there that's not their real names. Brad Pitt, that's not his real name.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp,
there's a million people
Johnny
out there,
Depp, that's not his real name.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, again, I just did what I had to do and told what my agent told me to do at the time, and
it just stuck.
And it just stuck. It really just stuck. But my parents,
they still call you Jason.
They still call me Jason.
And your sister calls you Jay.
Yeah, my sister calls me Jay, and
which I love his sister, by the way. She's like the best.
Yeah, my sister's
so
really
lucky.
Awesome. Polar opposite people.
Oh yeah, she's so not like Jax. She's like the best. You're the best too, but she's the best too.
She is an awesome person. If you're listening, I love you, Jen.
Yes.
Catatonia 23, Jax, wants to know, besides Tampa, who are you rooting for in the Cup right now?
Oh, wow. Great question. I've been watching the games every day. I guess we live in LA, so I'm going to have to say the Kings, but I'd like to see a Canadian team win this. I'd really like to see Toronto just get out of the first round. I'd like to see the Oilers get out of the first round. They spent so much money on that team, and Connor McDavid, who's the best player in the world, deserves a ring. He's been in the league for 8 years. It's freaking time. But they are playing the Los Angeles Kings. Yeah, I'm going to say Kings, but, if a Canadian team wins, I guess the Leafs.
When you were growing up in Michigan, did you and your buddies travel up to Canada over the border for weekend parties or anything like that?
Okay, so I'm from Michigan, a suburb of Detroit, which was called Shelby Township, and we lived about 30 to 40 minutes from Canada, and the drinking age there is 19. And at that time, which was like 1996, 97, 98 when I was going, it was...
I was like...
It was 50 cents on the dollar. So if you went over there with $10, right, you get 20 back. So it was awesome. The exchange rate, I mean, it got up to 75 cents, I think, at one time. So it was awesome. If you were 18 years old going there with $10 and getting 20, 25 back, you're like, this is great, right? So I went to Canada pretty much every single weekend. We went to Windsor. There's a strip of bars as soon as you cross the border, and I would go pretty much every weekend with a couple of my buddies, and like I said, we would get after it all the time. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I went to Canada a lot. And we did our school shopping there too, because like I said, the exchange rate was just amazing at that time.
You didn't have to have a passport?
At that time, that was pre 9/11 when we went. So no, you didn't even need a passport at that time. I'd go over there and buy my dad a carton of cigarettes because it was so much cheaper. I'd come home all the time with cigarettes and whatever they needed, alcohol, whatever. Yeah, my dad would be like, pick up a carton of cigarettes for me or whatever. So yeah, it's sport those times.
Well, speaking of weekends, we have a pretty busy weekend. We're going to Catalina tomorrow. I'm so excited to go to Catalina. We haven't been in a long time.
We have not, and we're going with our friends Will and Elaine. They invited us on their beautiful yacht.
Living the life. I just love it.
I love hanging out with Will and Elaine.
Give this Kentucky girl all of it. I love it.
They are so much fun.
Oh,
so
amazing
hospitable.
people.
They're such great people. And,
yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going there, and then I have...
So we're getting up in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. We got our nanny coming with us for the first time, so we'll have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
We're going to spend the whole day in Catalina, come home. Then Saturday we have Nia and Daniel's baby shower.
Yeah, I got a baby shower. So excited for them. They're having little twin girls, are some of our great friends. And then Sunday is little Summer Moon's birthday party.
Little
so
Summer.
Sheena and Brock's daughter, Summer Moon, she's having her birthday party on Sunday. So that's going to be so much fun. We just celebrating with all the kids, and it's going to be a great weekend.
So yeah, we have a really busy weekend.
Lots of fun stuff, though.
Lots of
it's all
exciting things
amazing.
going
We're
on.
very,
What is
very-
everybody thinking about Peacock, you think? Our Peacock show?
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Our Peacock show, we've had so much fun. We're talking about Watch with Brittany Cartwright and Jax Taylor. It's on Peacock. We've had so much fun. We had a new episode come out today. Today's 420, by the way. We're recording this episode a couple days early. Happy 420, everybody.
What do you think people are thinking about this Peacock show? Because I
think it's
absolutely
been
love
fun.
it.
All the comments have been great, and I think it's been a lot. I mean, people enjoy it. We've had so much fun, like watching the show and like being able to comment. I hope people feel like they're watching it with us and that we're saying things that they're thinking.
Yeah.
It's just a good, really good, fun show. We're happy that we got to do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, what a great job. You get up and just go really downstairs to my couch and watch Vanderpump Rules, and I get to judge people without being judged.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so awesome. And it's so crazy watching it from a different angle and not being on the show. And I'm like I said before, I'm so into it now. Like, I've never been into the show, and like I said before, so it's been a lot of fun. I just hope everyone likes it because I'd like to keep doing this. Wouldn't you, Brett?
Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it is time to do our troll of the day.
So we're going to start doing this we could call it troll of the day or troll of the week.
Troll of the week.
Troll of the week, because there's a lot of trolls out there,
Yes.
and they have a lot more time on their hands than anybody that I know.
So this one is coming from, get this Instagram handle. This is definitely just a hater, like all over hater.
There's a lot of them.
DJ Lord Jax Taylor 69.
I'm sorry.
DJ Lord Jax Taylor 69.
All right. What a great handle.
I mean, you just have to laugh. It's just funny. He says, y'all do anything off the couch and get a real job. Hashtag KFC is hiring.
Okay, first of all,
This is just one. I mean, there's so many we could choose from.
doing a podcast, being on a reality show, doing social media, that is a real job. It's 2023. Not everybody has a 9 to 5 anymore. These are real jobs. I have a mortgage. I have a child. I have health insurance. I have car payments. These jobs pay. I have to pay bills. So
I know, it's so funny. People are always like, what do you do? What do you do?
Oh, you know what I'd like to say? I would like to say we have a great money tree in the backyard. It's sprouting every day. So that's what I'm going to say from now on. That, or we have a really flourishing lemonade stand on Saturdays. That's kind of when people ask me that, like, get a real job, I'm like,
we do have a lemon tree in the back that I would not let you take down. So we can have all the lemonade stands we
have
want this
we have a
summer.
lemonade stand.
Here's one more, just because, just have to. This is from CL Brawl 1, which the way they started is so funny because people always like try to say something nice and then they go into like a mean comment afterwards. Love you, Brittany, but please stop messing with your face. You have changed your looks 100%, and if I had to do a double take watching Peacock show, it makes you so puffy and swollen. Why can't women be okay today in their own skin? Get out of LA before he destroys your outer beauty to the point where you can't go back.
I destroy your outer beauty?
I guess. I'm like, geez.
How do I?
But the thing is they think they're being nice.
Yeah,
and then they go in and like
Who has
say
the
like
time
such
to do
hurtful,
this?
mean things.
Like, who has the time to go on social
I'm a woman.
media?
My weight fluctuates. I'm sorry. I get puppy face sometimes. Everybody does. Like, it just happens.
And that's women on women hate right there. That's terrible. So she's body shaming you, and
but
she's
then
another
also
female
trying to put it into like words.
that make you don't block her.
Yeah.
Really? Let's
Yeah.
be honest. She doesn't want you to block her. So she said that nice in the beginning.
Yeah, like, I love you. Please don't mess with your face. Which is so crazy to me.
awful-
And by the way, I'm an open book about any kind of plastic surgery or any like Botox or anything like that I've ever done. I mean, I got my boobs done on national TV.
Right.
I've had Botox before.
Right.
Like, I've never got my nose done, never had any fillers in my face. I got a little bit in my lips recently for the first time ever, but I don't care to talk about that because after I had the baby, my lips went completely gone. So I just got a little tiny bit.
Why does it
but
bother?
I've never done anything else. So it's like so crazy whenever people just assume you had your nose done, you had this, you got fillers in your face to make you look puffy and make your cheeks full and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I've never had fillers in my face. I've never had my nose done. I've never.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm a woman. My weight fluctuates.
If that's what you want to do, but if that's what you want to do, then go and do it. Like, what makes this person from so-and-so from Nebraska who said, I got to get up this morning and I got to get on social media and I got to tell Brittany Cartwright what I love about her face. Like, it's like you have that much time in your day to go out and like search for somebody and then not only search for them, critique them and body shame them. Like, what kind of human
the body
being
shaming
are you?
has to stop. The women on women hate has to stop. It's like absolutely insane.
You do
We
know
should
it's
support
an
each other,
insecurity.
lift each other up. I would never go on somebody else's page and talk about their weight or anything like that. And yes, I agree. We should be comfortable in our own skin. I am so comfortable in my own skin. But if I want to have Botox, if I want to do whatever, why does that bother anybody? Whatever makes you feel comfortable as an individual is what you should do. And everybody else just needs to chill out.
That's agree. That's what I tell your mom about tanning. Hey, if you want to tan every day, you tan.
She just loves laying in the sun.
Oh, she'll tell it. I always tell her, I'm like, Sherry, you're going to turn into a leather stick. She's like, I don't care. I love it. And you know what? I love her for it because she owns it and she loves doing it.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with is what you should do. So don't let anybody get you on. Everybody out there has negative comments and people that are haters on them. So just rise above and be just a great person and treat everybody with kindness. Kindness kills. Like, literally be so sweet to them and hopefully they'll change their ways. That's what I try to live by.
Isn't this world hard enough as it is? Like, this world is hard. It's a hard life sometimes. Like,
We don't need to tear each other down.
we don't need to tear each other down. We got enough shit to deal with.
Exactly.
Can I just say, I want to say I'm very sorry. I sound extremely nasally this week. I'm
always
nasally, but I'm extra nasally this week. My eyes are swollen shut. I got liquid coming out of my nose. I got liquid coming out of my eyes. The allergies are so bad. I don't know if you guys know this in LA. We've had so much rain, and the allergy season is one of the worst we ever had. So bear with me on my voice sounding like just terrible. So I apologize to you. I got to find some medication because this is awful.
I know. I'm like, blow your freaking nose.
I know. You say it all the time, and I can barely keep my eyes open. They're swollen shut.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to When Reality Hits. We hope you guys enjoyed our podcast today. We have so much fun doing this with you guys. And don't forget to write in your questions every week for our podcast. We will answer as many as we can. We are so thankful for all the listens. This has been so much fun. When Reality Hits with Jackson Brittany.
Take care, everybody.
Woo!